Hello, and welcome to the Rest, Repair, Recover podcast. I'm Susie Bolt. This is a space for anyone who's navigating chronic illness. We are here to share real stories, helpful insights, and honest conversations about what it really takes to help yourself heal a tiny bit every day. So whether you're in bed listening, you're on a gentle walk, or you're just needing some company as you go about your day, I'm so glad that you're here. Many of you will get to the point at some point in the future where you have another virus land in your system, an active reinfection. And for many people, quite rightly so, it can cause a huge panic because all of the worries about, am I going to get as ill as I was before? What should I be doing to help myself? How can I protect myself from this becoming a complete disaster? All of those questions will be pretty common. So to help us navigate this very sensitive space, we have got the very brilliant Kevin Leivers in from The Naked Pharmacy to just give us a bit of a heads up on the best thing to do when we have a new virus enter our system. So we're sitting here with a bowl of lemons on the table, which, I would like to think most people knew was a good vitamin C source, but it's not all about lemons, is it? So, Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about the first things that we should be thinking about?
I think we should be re-educating ourselves in terms of what the perception of the immune system used to be and where we're at now, which are very different. And I think there was sort of an ethereal element to the immune system. We used to think it was in the blood or...
Is that why people used to do bloodletting?
Yes, absolutely. There was kind of like this misconception, I think. And actually, there are blood-borne infections that are really serious, septicemia being one of them. But I think at that point, it's further down the line. And the question is actually, where's the source?
Right.
So when we think about the immune system, it used to be in the blood or in the thymus gland, but actually it's in the gut and 7% in the gut. So the majority.
Right.
And it's not just the lining, it's not just the mucus layer, it's the probiotics, the healthy bacteria, the enzymes in there. So it's this sort of consortium within the gut, the biome, that's really important to our protection. And it's from top to bottom. So when we think about it as being the sinus, the nose and what have you, it's not just that, it's actually the mouth as well, and how we nurture the biome in the mouth, because there's a certain range of enzymes and bacteria in the mouth that are really important, just like the nose. And so actually, the traditional way of treating a cold, for instance, is a vasoconstrictor. So things that close up the blood vessels, the inflamed blood vessels in the nose through a nasal spray.
Right.
And sometimes that's also been by tablets. Now, recently in the news, you've probably read about these vasoconstrictors and how dangerous they are for people with cardiovascular issues.
Yes.
So actually, and is that really the right way to nurture the biome in the nose and in the mouth? Because obviously you're going to get some of that falling down the tonsils.
We want it to work, don't we? We want this to be doing its natural job for us.
So I think we need to rethink the way we're protecting.
Okay.
And because if the barrier is strong, then the bacteria and the viruses are not going to get in.
Okay.
So actually prevention is far more powerful than the treatment. So let's not get it in first. So we've got a product made by Weleda, which is a natural barrier made of aloe vera, a nasal spray called Rhinodoron.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, if we can nurture the nasal passages with a barrier, a very gentle barrier that nurtures the biome itself and protects it, as with the Rhinodoron, brilliant.
Yeah.
You need to be using it regularly.
Okay.
Particularly in certain times of the year when
everyone's ill.
When everyone's ill, or the family's ill, or they're coming back from school and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's difficult with kids to get them to use a nasal spray, right? So, but you've got to, deal with yourself first, right?
Right.
Second thing is the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't think of it. This is a kind of routine that we've been brought up with, myself included, is that, somehow that's not important. And our saliva is not important, but it actually is really fundamental. And so, we use toothpaste with preservatives in there.
Massive chemicals.
massive chemicals, lots of sugar or artificial sugar sweeteners in there, and we know the impact that they can have on the immune system.
Right.
So again, natural toothpaste that are made with this in mind from nature without having synthetic ingredients. So your toothpaste is the thing that you use every day, right, in relatively large quantities, right?
Yeah.
It affects the throat, affects the mouth. You'll probably swallow some of this, even though you're spitting it out, you'll probably swallow a dilute solution of it. So the impact of toothpaste on your immune system is massive. And so if you can get a probiotic toothpaste, or you can get a toothpaste from Weleda make all sorts of really interesting flavored toothpaste from nature.
Okay.
They're not expensive.
Yeah.
But impact, and they're also very supportive in terms of the ingredients they've got to your bioimmune system. And so you're not you're not weakening your immune system at the point of entry.
So let's just go over that point again. We've got the nasal passages and the mucus lining there, and then the mouth. And those are the kind of the first ports of call for our immune response.
And, I'm always best of both worlds, conventional and natural. But in this case, I say do not use vasoconstrictor, nasal sprays or tablets.
Gotcha.
Period.
Okay, got that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So actually in this situation, yes, you want to reduce inflammation, but the blood flow is really important,
right?
Because that's part of the healing process, right? But actually you could stop it before that process. If for whatever reason it does get in.
Yeah.
Now.
So, now we're in active infection.
Yeah.
You might not have done the nose or the whatever, but now you've got an infection. Maybe you've got even the dreaded, you've got COVID again. Yeah. You've got your test and you're going, what can I do?
Yeah.
What would be your protocol?
So I have a very simple protocol. The first is recovery, speed of recovery. So vitamin C and zinc from natural sources. So we have a product called Immune Hero, and we have Immune Hero for children.
Yeah.
Because often you're treating the family because we're all kind of sharing, shall we say.
Sharing is caring.
And so it's got a really interesting natural zinc from holy basil and shiitake mushrooms.
Okay.
So natural source, again, the micronutrients around zinc, the right dose will help you recover faster and give you that resilience and stuff. It's got a natural vitamin C from amla fruit, it's Indian gooseberry. Okay. Again, the micronutrients around that, well absorbed. You don't need mega doses of vitamin C.
Right. Because this is the thing, isn't it? People go, I've got an active infection. I'm going to take 10,000 milligrams a day.
I've seen it every time. Yeah.
Right. Because more is good, right?
And what are you doing with that? Actually, 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C made synthetically.
It's just
really
acid
harsh.
In your gut,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if your gut is your immune system,
right?
What are you doing to the gut?
Let's pour acid on it.
Let's go put more acid on it. Let's acid wash.
Right.
Those friendly bacteria and enzymes and stuff like that. So completely disrupt the immune system that you're trying to nurture to boost it. So you don't need mega doses.
So if it's a really natural and well-sourced vitamin C, it's going to be giving you as much as your body can absorb in a much lower dose, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's really good to know.
So C and zinc from natural sources, Immune Hero. This is then figuring out what have you got. So ear, nose and throat tends to be viral.
Yes.
So if you've got sore throat, runny nose, cold is a collection of viruses, then we use olive leaf ELA.
Yeah.
So olive leaf ELA has been sort of naturally processed so that the ELA component is much stronger, and the ELA component is the antiviral component of the olive leaf.
So it's an antiviral.
Yeah. So olive leaf ELA, brilliant for viruses, ear, nose and throat infections. Great. If you've got something that's gone to your lung, generally it's a secondary infection or a bacterial infection of the lung. So it's not virus. And that's where the wonderful black garlic, one of my favorites. Yeah. So this is white garlic that's fermented over 6 months.
Wow.
It turns black. The chemical profile of white garlic changes completely so that you've got a different chemical profile. It doesn't smell. It's not acrid. It doesn't make your breath smell.
Right.
It's quite licorice.
You're not sweating out the garlic. Okay, that's nice to know.
So you don't become, antisocial, but maybe if you've got a cold or flu that you become antisocial anyway. Right. Black black garlic is phenomenal at
Great.
treating bacterial infections.
Okay.
So,
can I just say also, I've taken your fantastic black garlic and it has massively helped reduce the inflammation pain that I get in my lungs whenever I get a reinfection with any kind of cold.
Yeah.
But it also dealt with my toenail fungus.
Yeah.
Suddenly disappeared.
Yeah. So it's good for fungal infections as well.
Which I've rather liked.
And it's good if you've got Candida infections as well. Candida,
thrush-based, whatever.
So black garlic, really effective, and the cardiovascular benefits of black garlic are far outweigh that of white garlic. So not only is it more social, less smelly, and tastes nice. Actually, if you want to open the capsule up, it actually tastes very nice. But it's far more effective from a cardiovascular point of view. Lowers blood pressure, opens up blood vessels and stuff. So it's a brilliant under-acknowledged, I think
so.
Remedy.
I hadn't heard of it particularly before I found it in your portfolio. So and it has made a big difference to me. So let's just recap for a minute. You've got an active infection. You're going panic. What am I going to do? So a nice natural vitamin C, a good natural zinc, the olive leaf extract.
Viruses.
For viruses. So we know that COVID is a virus. That would be a really good go-to for that one. And then if it starts to go further into the lungs and give you that more chest infection and bronchial stuff, then the black garlic would be a really good thing. Is there anything else around all of that the body just would benefit from?
Simplest one, and again, lots of peripheral advantages, vitamin D.
Right.
Vitamin D3 is far better absorbed.
Yeah.
So our vitamin D is from an algae source. So there are some synthetic vitamin Ds, and it's mixed with a organic prebiotic because it helps the absorption and also nurtures the biome, which we know from the immune system point of view is really effective. So vitamin D and it's fairly cheap and easy to take, right? And most people are deficient. As I said before.
Especially if you're living in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, absolutely. Quercetin. Which is a supplement you'll get generally synthesized, although you'll find it in certain foods.
Okay,
but
like
in
what?
lower concentrations. So things like onions, cherries.
We're not going to snack on onions very willingly,
not really,
are we?
No, but it's the old sort of old-fashioned remedy of onion soup, isn't it?
Right,
like, if you think about it, that's
and didn't they used to say put an onion in your socks or something? I'm sure maybe I'm making it up now.
Not sure about that one. But
chopping a raw onion and leaving it in your room to absorb some kind of, these are things I've heard.
From that. So that's one way of doing it, onion soup.
Okay.
But you can take supplements. Again, if it's synthetic, check out the source. But the same old story and stuff. And you'll know what your body responds to and stuff because if your average cold lasts, normally it lasts a week or whatever, and then suddenly you're getting rid of it in 2 days and stuff, then you've got your parameters.
Yeah.
So your body. Trust your instinct, trust your relationship, your connection to your own body and your own health, because generally it's pretty accurate.
Consistency again, and we've talked about this before. Consistency, take it around the same time of day, every day. Don't skip a day. Give your body the best fighting chance it's got to do what it's going to do with the supplement.
Sometimes if I have the inklings of a sore throat, standard dose 2 capsules, I might take 4.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to take hold.
No.
I hit it hard, hit it fast.
Interesting.
So, and the same with any chest infection or anything like that. So, normal dose of black garlic is 2. I might, just for a couple of days, take 4. Double it up.
My last question then is about things like electrolytes. Are they useful at a time of kind of acute infection? Because a lot of people are working, especially many people in the chronic illness kind of arena. There's quite a lot with kind of postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and they're having to keep their salts up anyway to stop their blood pressure tanking out. Are electrolytes good to add in for people during for a reinfection phase? Are they a good thing?
I believe they are.
Okay.
I think that we, just like we've gone through a kind of educational cycle with fats, and butter was bad and margarine was great.
Right.
Actually, then we flipped it now. Right. And I think we had the same issue with salt.
Right.
Being the enemy. Sugar is the enemy, but salt is not in the right doses. So the right blend of salts and minerals, I think, is really important.
Great.
And the key is also, obviously, you're taking water, you're hydrating, you're putting back the minerals back, really important.
Yeah.
So absolutely. And again, they should be very cheap and cost effective. So, easy to do.
And are there any nasties that we should look out for in electrolytes? Probably.
Aspartame, sucralose.
Oh, God, okay.
Sweeteners like that.
Sweeteners, yeah.
Artificial sweeteners, probably equally as bad as the sugar itself.
Right, yes, if not worse, I've heard. Yeah. So can we make our own electrolyte?
Yes.
Okay, what would be in it?
So obviously your sodium chloride, your normal table salt.
Table salt?
I'm a big fan of sea salt.
Yeah.
But you can use rock salt.
Yeah.
I think sea salt has got a wider range of minerals in it. And I think, to be honest with you, I mean, you could get really quite complex with it and put some potassium salt in there as well. You'd have to go out and especially buy the powder and what have you. But I don't really think that's that necessary at this stage, really. I think the salt itself, particularly if it's a wider mineral base like a sea salt, I think that there's enough in there at the right dose and stuff. Just don't overdo it. It doesn't need to be overly salty.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good to know. So actually, what we could do then is say, do you know what, have a really lovely drink like coconut water, which has got potassium in it and, is lovely to drink when you're not feeling very well with ice in it, and just put a little extra salt on your food.
Yes.
Rather than drinking salted water to make yourself feel good, you're not going to feel good like that.
Yeah, it's slightly nauseous, isn't it? So,
yeah. So, okay, great. It sounds like we have a bit of a plan there for people. Guys, there's some things to try out. Let us know how you get on. Obviously, this is all, feedback that we're interested in. And good luck. Fingers crossed next time it's a shorter infection window. Thanks so much for listening to the Rest, Repair, Recover podcast. If this episode brought you comfort, insight, or even a little spark of hope, I'd love it if you left a review. It really helps more people find this kind of much-needed support. And if you know someone that needs to hear this too, please share it with them. I'm sending love, as always. Look after yourselves.